Hello, audiences. It is me, Brandon, and today I am here to discuss about the latest episode of My Singing Monsters Fandemonium, episode 6. And there is spoilers, so I'm just gonna warn you guys right now. So if you don't want to get spoiled, you should watch the episode right away. But if you don't care about spoilers or you already watched it, you are here for a treat. So, it is a very unique episode, because that it is very different, and the evidence is that the objects and the monsters just disappeared, like the pencil in Joker's magic trick. And after I watched that episode, I'm thinking, snap, it has to be Thanos. So yeah, I've come to a conclusion that the person or monster who is causing the disappearances is Thanos, or a Thanos monster, or a magical monster based on Thanos. Wouldn't it be cool if we just got a new magical monster that is based on Thanos? That'd be pretty cool. Thanos is pretty magical. And the reason why I think it's Thanos is because who else would cause disappearances? Not a magician, but Thanos. Okay? And when Pom Pom and Furcorn were about to disappear, right? When they were about to disappear, they said that their stomach hurted, or they got a stomach ache. And then they disappeared, like poof. It is so similar to Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, telling Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Well, I don't know exactly the quote, but similar enough, I hope. And then after that, Spider-Man or Peter Parker disappeared. But what makes it different is that the characters in the MCU, they became dust and then they disappeared, while the monsters and the objects just disappeared like poof. So that's just one difference. But the similarities, yes, the similarities of the disappearances and a magical monster not being mentioned, or Magical Sanctum not being mentioned in that episode. It could be possible that they're overhyping like some special magical monster, and it better be Thanos, alright? If Big Boo Bubble decides to make a magical monster based on Thanos, I would laugh, is because it'd be so funny that a meme is a monster now, and that'd be so cool. So yeah. And I hope that if Thanos does make it in My Singing Monsters, he should snap. He should be a percussive monster. I don't care if he is a double, triple, or quad elemental, but I just hope that his way of music is a snapping, snapping to the rhythm, snapping to the beat of the song. That'd be pretty nice. And his 6 Infinity Stones can just glow. It could be like a synthy sound. It could clash together like percussion. It may be that the monster, or Thanos, would just beatbox or something like that. Similar to Verbalaze's Thanos. If you don't know who Verbalaze is, he is a beatbox YouTuber. He is pretty cool. 5 stars for him, 5 out of 5. I have to admit, because I really like him. You should subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I recommend subscribing. So let's just continue. So yeah, I think Thanos is causing the disappearances. Okay? So the difference is between the MCU, the way of Thanos snap, and disappearances in episode 6 is that in episode 6, objects and monsters just disappear, like poof. Alright? But in the MCU, only organisms disappear. Not just poof, but like dust and then disappearance. And the reason why I say organisms disappear is because Groot, which is a alien / like living tree or tree creature, he also disappeared. So maybe Thanos snapped probably affected like the rhino population, and that's why the rhinos got extinct. I don't know. So in conclusion, I think that a magical monster based on Thanos caused the disappearances. What do you think? It could be like a new magical monster that could like, you know, like a teleport monster or something, like poof. But the part where Furcorn and Pom-Pom said that they didn't feel good or something before they disappeared, it just led me to the conclusion in my head that it had to be Thanos or a magical monster based on Thanos. I really hope that Big Blue Bubble makes a new magical monster based on Thanos. I would laugh, alright? Because it would be funny. And he could potentially be one of my favorite magical monsters out of them all. But I don't know, so we are about to find out in the future. Since that a new magical monster comes out every 2 weeks. And speaking of every 2 weeks, I kind of don't like that, but I kind of do at the same time, is because that whenever you expect something, like you just overhype yourself, and then when a monster finally comes, and it's not what you expect, you just get disappointed. But since that episode 6 of Fandemonium is like, hyping this monster, it has to be that good. So, yeah. I honestly kind of hoped that Magical Sanctum would like have all the monsters at once. So, you know, we can just get to the point and get surprised every time when we get the new monster. But it's like, Light Island all over again, but longer. Was kind of similar to Wobbling Island too. But the thing that Wobbling Island did, like, right, is that they showed us like the audio, but we don't know which monster is making the sound, so we totally know what the song is going to happen. But the flaw of Light Island is that we just overhyped ourselves, and the part where we did not expect or did not exceed our expectations, we just got to a low disappointment. If you like Light Island, that's fine, or Wobbling Island. I am not here to judge. But what I do know is that I hope that Magical Sanctum knows what it's doing, is because that I just don't want to be like disappointed, similar to Light Island. And also, the monsters in Light Island, like the starter monsters in Light Island, they already played a full song, so that probably contributes to why it was kind of a bit disappointing. And I think that Light Island is kind of like the blues, so it kind of gets a slight pass, but not too much for me to criticize Light Island. So yeah. Alright, I think I am going to end this podcast, and also that you can join me in My Sing Monsters, like my friend code. Like, you can join me in my friend code, so I will rephrase it again. So, yes, I'm about to end this video, but before I do, so the video that you saw is my first My Singing Monsters account and my second My Singing Monsters account, right? The first one with the big content I have. It's more like a museum, you know? It's more like a dead My Singing Monsters account, so... But you can still join. And please light the torches of Magical Sanctum if the new monster's around, if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's all up to you. And I have a second account, which I try to make it as a big definitive account. And for the people who are in my tribal island of my first account, you can leave, right? You can leave that tribal island because my second account, you can join the second account one, and the friend codes are shown on the screen. So, yeah. Alright, I'm officially going to end this video, and I'm going to go say goodbye, and see what you think. Alright, magical disappearance, and thank you for sticking around.